Funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
X-Men Apocalypse was released this Memorial Day weekend, and it's kind of a mixed bag, really. There's plenty of those that like it, plenty of those that love it, and of course, plenty of those that hate it. And obviously, the critics that hate it were paid off by Disney. There's going to be spoilers for this video, so deal with it. Boom. X-Men Apocalypse. It starts off with like 4 different stories. 4 or 5, I don't remember. 4 or 5 different stories happening at the same time. Like you've got Magneto and Mystique and Nightcrawler. They're all like in Germany and stuff. And plus, like before that, like thousands of years before that, Apocalypse is like happening, and then gets trapped in a tomb somehow. Like that, it doesn't make sense, but does. It's weird. They do a good job at describing his backstory as briefly as they can, with it making sense, but also it's kind of confusing. It's weird. But yes, eventually it all comes together, and like, yeah, there's like 5 different stories happening. Magneto and Professor X and the CIA chick from Days of Future Past. Everything's happening all at once, and then boom, they all come together and stuff, obviously. It's just kind of all over the place at the beginning, but it's not so bad that like you can't follow it at all, even for a layperson, I suppose. You don't have to love X-Men movies or anything and to be able to know what's going on. It's just kind of all over the place. But basically the story is Apocalypse is trying to clean the world and stuff because that hasn't been done before. And he's also trying to, you know, be a leader of leaders, essentially. You know, he's trying to lead the mutants into a mutant-filled world because that's never been done before. So yeah, the X-Men are like, no, we aren't gonna have any of this. You're not killing all the humans and stuff, and they're also milking cows at the same time. And that's what happens. Yeah, they stop them. Boom. Spoilers. The good guys stop the bad guy. Sorry if I ruined the movie for you. A lot of the things that I liked about the movie was just most of the returning cast. Most of the returning cast. There will be one exception here that I'll go into momentarily. But I mean, from Fassbender and McAfee, McAvoy, and, you know, the CIA person that was also in Get Him to the Greek. That was also in Get Him to the Greek. Her, she's fantastic. Yeah, great stuff. Especially with Fassbender, you can really feel his pain at points and stuff, like when his family's killed and everything. It damn near brought tears to my eyes. Nightcrawler's also handled very well, just like he was in X2. I mean, it was damn near the same performance. Almost, not performance, but like the exact same handling and stuff. It was pretty damn good. Nightcrawler was awesome. There's a line in the movie that just almost damn near makes the whole entire movie for me. It's just a little fourth wall break, if you will, kind of. Where a couple of the mutants, Jean Grey, Scott, Jubilee, and the Nightcrawler, they all went and saw, what is it, Return of the Jedi? I don't know. I don't know Star Wars movies. The third Star Wars movie, because that was apparently released in malls in 1989. And, or 86. 89's Batman and Batman's later. they're debating the whole, what movie's better, the third, second, first, whatever. And Jean Grey's like, well, at least we all can agree the third one's always the worst. It's pretty awesome. Trust me, I didn't do it justice just then. It's awesome. Watch the movie. There's an absolutely fantastic Quicksilver scene. I mean, it was even better than the one in Days of Future Past, and it's kind of like supposed to be. It's like, hey, everyone loved that scene with Quicksilver in Days of Future Past, so let's do it again, but better and bigger and more epic. But it's better and bigger and more epic than the one in Days of Future Past. So come on, it's almost worth watching the movie alone. Plus, sweet dreams are made of these. Who had a mind to disagree? Think about that. I like that Phoenix is being portrayed akin to the way that she was in X3. Now, hear me out. For me, I don't like when typical, like, Earth superhero-ness people, they go out into space. And, oh my god, there's a symbiote in space, and it came back from the dude that went to space and the moon, and it came from him and then attached to Spider-Man. No, it didn't. That's the same type of thing, apparently, at least going off of the 90s cartoon. Apparently, that's the same way in which Phoenix comes about. And I absolutely hate it. I love how X3 handled Phoenix. And they do it akin to the same way here. Phoenix is just Jean Grey's power at full maximum, if you will. It's her full power unleashed. It's... I love that. I like it. Hate me, slay me. But I love that aspect, and they kind of sort of kept it here. The last thing that I absolutely loved about the movie was the very end. The movie kind of should be called X-Men Begins, because that's pretty much what it is. It's like a totally like, oh my god, the X-Men, they just started and stuff. That really is what it is. It comes to fruition at the end, and you've got all the people like in their actual like comic-y costumes. That's the scene where you see Mystique. She's all like, "You're X-Men," and she's wearing the whiteness and stuff. Nightcrawler's all in pretty much Nightcrawler gear. It's awesome. Love it. That's not to say everything's perfect, because there's quite a few things that I didn't like about the movie. Starting with Apocalypse's powers. Now, I've been saying since I saw it, and I mean, you could listen to the podcast that I did on the Drunken Radio Network, links in the description. I've been saying that apparently it seemed to me, it's because I don't know that much about the X-Men. It seemed to me like they Deadpooled him a bit. Apparently I'm wrong though. However, his powers still just, even in the context that he wasn't Deadpooled, X-Men Origins Wolverine Deadpooled, his powers didn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Like, all of a sudden he could just touch a TV screen. And he's like, hey, guess what? I learned everything about the current universe right now. Boom. Okay. There's so many things about it. Like, sometimes he has to touch mutants in order for them to gain their whole powers. Other times he just needs to be near them. There's lots of things about Apocalypse's power that isn't explained. And I fine. Mystery is awesome and stuff, but no, there's tons of it that isn't explained to the extent of, it's just lame. Boom. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence was the one exception that I mentioned. She was the one exception because she's pretty much just phoning it in as Mystique this time. There wasn't any real powerful moment other than, hey, Magneto, you got family. Me, Charles, and everyone. Hey, we're family. And even that's pretty much phoned in. I don't know. Something about J-Law here just wasn't good. Probably my biggest gripe with the movie is that it's been overhyped, like, tremendously. Oh my god, finally Jubilee's in the movie. She's even wearing a yellow coat and stuff. It's awesome. But really, I guess she does three things. She goes to the mall, she sees the third Star Wars movie, and then she gets knocked out. That's all she does in the movie. And it sucks. Pisses me off. It's playing fan service without giving anything in return. Like nothing. And it sucked. Archangel and Psylocke are pretty much along the same vein. Psylocke herself, at the end, she's like, she just walks off the movie. That's it. Like, hey, alright, you beat Apocalypse. I'll just go away now. Archangel just doesn't do anything. Like, the entire movie. Maybe he shoots a couple metal wings once or twice. That's about it. Other than he has a fight with Nightwing. He has a fight with Nightcrawler at the beginning. That's pretty much it. They're just throwaway characters. Storm is kind of the same way, kind of. I mean, she's at least the one that Apocalypse likes the most because she's like the first or something. And at least she's given some sort of development, some sort of backstory. But she's still kind of in the same vein. Then there's the Wolverine scene. Now look, the Wolverine scene itself is awesome. It's the bloodiest Wolverine scene on film to date. This is a random side note, but it's quite awesome how much they got away with in this movie with the PG-13 rating. There's so much blood, lots of violence. It is pretty damn dark. Everything, it's kind of awesome what they got away with. But the Wolverine scene, it's just kind of a throwaway. It's like, hey, did you remember that Wolverine's in this movie universe, right? Right? You remember Hugh Jackman? Yeah, he's here. I mean, it's awesome to see Weapon X and whatnot, but I don't know. It's just pointless. That's my gripe with it. Then finally, the way that Apocalypse is defeated, it's just Jean Grey's like, I'm Phoenix, I'm yelling! And then he kind of melts away or something. What? I don't know. That's basically how Apocalypse is defeated, and it's just kind of dumb. Is the movie good? Did I enjoy the movie? Yes, I enjoyed it. I do think this is one of the better X-Men movies. It's at least in the top 3. It's in the running with X2, Days of Future Past, and this. At least for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. As with anything, like Batman v Superman, hey, everyone's saying it's shit. I won't see this movie. Don't be that person. Just don't. Watch the movie. See if you like it. You know? But that's it, man. I am Ryan. I'm drunk. This is Ryan'sDrunk.com.